This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Silk. I sent you the co-host, so whenever you're able to accept it, and then everybody here, if you don't mind, hi, Silk. If you don't mind reposting the space and get some more people in here. If you guys have not been in here with Silk, she's a hoot. She's a blast to be with. She brings, for those that are feeling a little bit down, she'll give you some little laughter. So, how are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I hope everybody else is doing well. Hope you're doing great.
I'm always doing good. We'll get some more people in here, but yeah, what did you think about the I thought it was hilarious what happened last night because it's just more of part of the we caught them all, we've got them all, and what are your thoughts on it? Because I'm telling my audience today to just kind of breathe because a lot of people are kind of tripping out about it. But again, you have to. Trump's a president of laws and orders, right? So you have to let them commit the crime so they can do the time. So I would love to know your thoughts on that because got a lot of people. Oh, and by the way, everybody, be careful who you listen to and who you follow because those narratives right now about what happened last night, blaming Trump and calling him all, he's a Jew, he's the Antichrist, all this stuff. Watch out for those people. You're going to start seeing who the true patriots are, the true influencers are, and the true podcasters. So please be careful. Go for it, Silk. Hi, Santino.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Did you want Santina to say something?
No, I was just saying the co-host Santino, but go ahead, Silk. It's all you, my friend.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, it just is what it is. Okay, it's a set. It was a setup from the get up. That's how I look at it. A setup from the get up. How you gonna take and put a murderer in to run against a socialist communist and think that everybody gonna be okay when the murderer done murder everybody's a lot of people, grandmas and grandpas and different things. Okay, all right. So then all right, you got the two devils up there. You want to say, okay, this is the worst, the least of the two devils. All right. Some people they can't hold their breath to vote for Kumo, because of what he have already done. Now, and that's why I say that this is a setup from the Democrat side, just a straight up setup from the Democrat side, and Republicans have helped out as well. All right, for this communist, this socialist dummy to get in. And then I'm trying to understand. Now, he have 1,000,000+ votes. 1,000,000+ votes. Who are the million folks that voted for him to bring communism into their state and into their cities? Who? And I'm like, are these people even legal? Are they even legal? Then for a lot of the machines to go down and they have this problem and that problem. How is it, y'all? How is it that we as taxpayers, our money, pay for these doggone machines and they don't work right on the day that it's supposed to work on? Okay. The only time it worked right is on the day that don't say nothing about election. But on election day, the machines decides to go down. How we paying for stuff that don't work on the day and at the time we need for it to work on? Okay. All right. Turning away voters, okay, citizens, turning away citizens, and then telling them you're not even on the voter roll. Okay, that's a big issue. All right, bomb threats upon bomb threats only on the day of the election. That lets me know that this is what nothing but a scam, a cheat, because the political arena have already been infiltrated with all these doggone radical Muslims, these jihadis, whatever the hell you want to call them, has also been infiltrated with foreigners, people that's illegal, that's in our country illegally. Our system has already been infiltrated with these people. And if you look at it, they run as Democrats. Okay. They run as Democrats underneath that particular umbrella, underneath that particular ticket. That's because the Democrat Party has been infiltrated, invaded. Okay. And so now that you got this joker McDummy up there in New York, all right, we got him. They got him in there. They found a way to get him up in there. Somebody tell me what values as an American citizen will he offer to Americans? How do he represent Americans in America? All right, this is supposed to be the United States of America. We're founded on Judeo-Christian values. He stood there and talked about him being a Muslim, okay, and a socialist Democrat. So how is he going to represent New Yorkers? Somebody, please tell me. You got Ilhan Omar up there. That was she in the Congress? Yeah, I believe she's in Congress, right? All right. Who does she represent? Somalia. All right. When you go there to look in Minnesota, all you see is like a whole, it's like the whole country of Somalia done went there and moved into Minneapolis or Minnesota. Okay. All right. So that's who she represents, not Americans. All right. So if you got this joker here in New York that's going to represent these foreigners from a whole nother totally different country, a whole nother totally different background, that he's not going to do Americans no good, but prosecute Americans, persecute Americans. Okay. Then, you know, where is he getting his money from? Where is he getting his backing from? All right. Isn't it some type of Muslim Brotherhood? I'm going to say allegedly because I ain't there when he's getting the money. Okay? All right.
And Soros too.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind that there's two pieces on the chessboard that's very important to Democrats. That's the governor and the attorney general. Because why? Because as they continue to siege each state, just like they did with Virginia, okay? Look at how they did that. Now they get to make the rules and the regulations when it comes down to the election. They get to say what machines can be there. We're going to have this ballot. We're going to have mail-in ballots. They get to pick and choose that and make those rules and change the laws and different things there, okay? And these are Democrats that we're speaking of. And if they continue to do that in all of these different states, guess what? We ain't going to have no hope here in America. Now, even though these are blue states where these people won in their blue states. I got that part. But if Republicans was really, truly engaged and was really, truly concerned about winning for President Donald J. Trump, there is no way in hell they would have allowed a socialist communist to just select his way right there in New York. There is no way that they would have allowed it. Okay. So that lets me know that the Republicans and the Democrats is working hand in hand. Remember what I told you, that these Democrats and these Republicans are one dirty bird with two corrupt wings. They're one and the same. Okay. They don't mean this country no good whatsoever. We got swamp elitist Republicans. They don't give a doggone. They didn't put no money behind the Republican candidates to run against a lot of these Democrats in these different races. Why? Why didn't they do that? Huh? Because they want the Democrat. They need for the Democrat to win. They need for the Democrats so that when 2026, they need the Democrats to win in 2026 so that it can dwarf President Donald J. Trump's agenda for America and for Americans. That's how I see it. That's exactly. We have no real safeguards against this invasion that is taking place in our country. It is a clear and present danger, you all, to our morals, our values, our way of living. And this should also be a wake-up call for all Americans that's sitting here watching it all go down. Now, the hell with Democrats and the hell with Republicans. Both parties ain't no damn good. Unfortunately, President Trump, he had to represent a party in order to become president of the United States. And I just feel that his circle is infiltrated with nothing but deep state snakes. That's how I see it. Okay. All right. Another thing, for the way that they allow this to go on and they know that it is fraudulent and fraudulent activities, that's taking place in the midst of our election, and for them to sit back and allow it to go on, let me know they don't give a damn about America or Americans. No way whatsoever. And these loopholes that they have created, that Congress have created for them to be able to allow these foreigners that was not born on our soil to come in and rule over American citizens needs to be shut. They need to remove these loopholes that they have deliberately put in place. Why do you say deliberate? Well, it's been there for a very long time and they ain't done nothing about it. If the Republican Congress was really concerned about closing up these loopholes, we have Congress, we have the House. Hey, get this party started right. Look there at these doggone senators there, okay? We got this government shut down. President Trump say what? Implement the nuclear option to blow up the filibuster. Then you got that Mike Johnson. Now, the other day, I was happy with Mike, with him calling them out. Yeah, I said he done grew him a pair of balls. Well, now he seemed to have a problem with implementing the nuclear option to blow up the filibuster. I said, well, hell, his balls done went back up in his guts. I mean, how you see that we have an opportunity here to finally get some things done. But see, you all, as American citizens, now you get to see exactly why our country have been stagnated for all of these doggone years. Because we got mother bastards like a Mike Johnson, okay, that has the power to play the Trump card, but won't do it. Why? Why won't he do it? Okay. Oh, well, that means that if the Democrats ever get power again, they'll be able to implement their wish list and their pet projects. Guess what? They are already implementing their wish list. They're already implementing their pet projects. They're already pushing their bullshit down American people's throats. And that's why American is just choking and being strangled with all of this bull crap that Democrats want to implement. So they're already doing it. Now we have an opportunity to finally do something. Codify President Trump's executive orders, put measure in place for the American people, and we got mother bastards like Mike Johnson. We got mother bastards like Thune. We got mother bastards like a lot of these doggone Republicans that don't want to see this country strive. I mean, thrive. I mean, just be in prosperity. Oh, no. They don't want to see that. They want to keep us all strangled. They want to keep their foot on the necks of the American people, keep us held hostage to the money that these, I want to call them sons of bitches, continue to launder through their NGOs, through their system, through their SNAP program, through the Medicare program, Medicaid program, Social Security, all of these different programs that they got set up to launder money through. And then they add this stuff to the deficit and say, well, this is going to be on your children. Y'all, they're going to have to pay for our debt. This ain't no damn debt. This is straight up fraud. And then you got these damn judges that nobody voted for. We did not elect these damn judges, these Democrat judges out here. They want to try to force President Trump to use the contingency money, the reserve money, to pay for SNAP. SNAP is nothing but fraud. Why do you want to force President Trump into funding fraud? Because that's all you're doing. And these same Democrat judges, they can turn around and they can order that the Democrats go up in there and vote yes to open back up the government so that everything can be funded. But oh no, they want to keep nitpicking on President Donald J. Trump. We should not be funding no damn fraud. The SNAP program should be totally dismantled all the way down, stripped all the way down. Then we can create another program for Americans, and this way they have to take and qualify People have to qualify in order to get on the program. But we already know who the elderly, the disabled Americans are. We already know that. So they'll automatically be transferred there. But SNAP is so ripe with so much fraud. The only way that we're going to be able to make SNAP right is to get rid of it. The food stamps is to get rid of the whole entire thing so that these able-bodied people can get off their asses and go right on back to work. Okay? Because this is really, truly, truly ridiculous with the way that they have taken and destroyed our country with all of this different stuff, with all of these different frauds, with all of this different corruption. I keep asking, when are they going to get indicted? When are they going to get locked up? Because if it was founded that I have stolen and laundered all of this money through all of these different systems and nonprofits and NGOs and different stuff, if it was founded that Silk of Diamond and Silk had did some bullshit like that, they will lock my black ass right on up. They will lock me up, throw away the key, and think absolutely nothing of it. Now we got a lot of white asses up there that has been found out that they have straight up corrupted the system, laundered money through the system. We got the damn receipts. When are they going to get locked up? When are they going to get indicted with what they've done to our country and have added to our deficit? Oh, we in need. Oh, we need more money from you. We need you to work like a Hebrew slave so that we can get more money from you. And that's for more money for them to what? Continue to launder and steal from the American people. Now they got McDummy sitting in a position up there in New York. And yeah, we're going to see how all of the cookies crumble up there in New York. We're going to see that. I hope President Trump, any federal money that's sent there to New York, it be held, they have be held accountable for it, and there be an overseer for it, and then turn around and do an audit for the different monies that's already been sent up there to New York. Do an audit on all of the program, and I bet you'll find out that it's right with fraud. Because New York, if you look at New York right now, look like a hellhole anyway. All of these Democrat-ran cities, these Democrat-ran states look like a third world country. But we got millions and billions of dollars that's been allocated to these different places. And the country, the cities and the state look the way it looks. That lets me know it ain't nothing but straight up fraud going on. So audit these people before sending American tax dollars to these different states. That's how I say.
No, I love it. Very well said, Silk. And Trump did come out and say he was speaking out somewhere today, and he did say that we did lose a little bit of sovereignty in New York, but don't worry, they're going to fix it. They're going to look into all of it. But remember, everybody, I get everybody's frustration, but laws and orders. Trump is a law and order president, so you gotta let him commit the crime so they can do the time, right? So
Right.
we gotta, and 2020 isn't over yet, right? That election, so that's resurfacing. We've got the Brunson case, so I believe this is going to come full circle. And what's going to happen? We all know 2020 was fraud. What does fraud do? Vitiates everything, right? So everything we're seeing now and for the past 4, 5, 6, however many years the cheating has been going on, right? It's going to be null and void. So take a deep breath. Silk is right. The frustration is there. I understand it. But at the end of the day, this is we are in an operation. We are at war. What do we have in war? We have casualties in war. Whatever that casualty may be, right? So there's so many people out there right now that are jumping ship. Well, not even jumping ship. They're showing their true colors of a podcaster, an influencer, and a patriot. They're showing that they are not true patriots, influencers, podcasters because they're out there right now blaming the MAGA supporters, blaming Trump. It's a shit show. These narratives that they're spinning right now, don't fall for it. Stay out of it. Just stop following these people, you guys, because we know a lot of these people are being paid to say shit like that, right? To confuse us. And man,
Correct.
Didn't even happen. It happened what 24 hours ago. This vote, right? And we already have these narratives being spun. So be careful. I also would like to welcome Santino to the stage. Santino, go ahead and do your thing, my friend. And then if you'd like to say anything to what myself or Silk said, please do. And then if any of you want to ask Silk or myself or Santino a question, feel free to request a mic, and we will unmute your mic. Go ahead, Santino.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Hello, Silk. I hope you're doing well, love. Welcome,
Yes.
everybody, to this space. We're great to see you here. Please go down to that purple pill that's at the bottom right of your phone. I can see when it's there. Can you go there? Please like the space, like and share the space, quote and share the space. Put any articles, anything that caught your eye this morning or this afternoon or this evening. Post your stuff in there, please. Do not post anything in the nest. It will glitch the space. If you'd love to come up and speak, we're more than happy to bring you up. You'll just request a mic, just put your hand up, and Jenny will come right to you. And that's about it. But I do have a couple of things to say. You know, when we're looking at this right now, the thing is, when you're looking at Mondami, he is an actor. He was placed there purposely.
Yep.
And then when you look at Obama, it's interesting. So I'm just going to give you some key points. Why didn't Obama endorse him for this? There's a reason why, because Obama placed him there. He wants nothing to do with him right now because they're placing them. He's one of those key players that's trying to infiltrate the system. This is a classic case of infiltrating the whole United States of America, not to just choke them,
Yep.
but to destroy the United States of America as well. Connect the dots. Look who he's affiliated with. Here's pictures of him with Fitzper, whatever his name, Fitzer. There's a picture of him with Gavin Newsom. There's a picture with him with Justin Trudeau, and then of course, long and behold, there's a picture of him with Mondami. Last night, when he said his speech, he quoted. Just listen to this. He quoted a socialist who crushed Hindu and they empowered the Judas. So you have to understand, this guy was the founding father of a socialist India. So you have to understand that this is not like, can we steer this guy and do the right thing? Absolutely not. He's already echoed that he wants to make grocery stores government owned. What does that mean? That means he is going to dictate to you what you can eat, what you can buy, what you're going to do, what time you can go, all the across the board. And that's just the beginning, but he wants to make prostitution illegal. Now, prostitution, there are some really smart prostitutes out there, and I know they don't want to make it illegal because you know what? Who the hell wants to declare how much money you're making if you're a prostitute? So that's off the table. We have to understand right now, we're watching this. Everybody was freaking out. Listen, Silk said it so perfectly. He's placing him there because he can't go after him. No one's gonna even know what he is or know what he's about. This guy is an actor. He is a producer. He is a director. He has an IMDb account. He's a mirror image of Zelensky. So he can go to any country and just sit there and act and speak just like that. You know,
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
why? Because he's an actor. And the reason is President Trump is putting him in the public eye. So when he goes and arrests him, you know what he is, what he did, where he has, everything. And that is what it's doing. I'm getting really worked up about it because, I mean, people have to understand, always go down the rabbit hole when it comes to somebody. Do your research. He's a rap artist. Are you got to be kidding me? And by the way, when you talk about Como, a little too late. 4 or 5 years, he's apologizing for what he did with COVID. Are you kidding me? Are you honestly kidding me? And then he plops himself on national television with nipple earrings, which you all saw, but no one spoke about it. But it was right there. That's perverse. Now, let's go back to Mondami. You look at him. Where did he come from? What has he been doing? The same thing. I mean, he sat there. He took that mask off. He literally took it. He is a sheep and wolves clothing. And now you're going to see the beginning of it. That was just an echo. Like, there's nothing wrong with having your culture at home. There's nothing wrong with practicing. My parents are immigrants. I have 3 half-Thai siblings who are my half siblings. But that's okay. But when you're trying to push it onto other people, when you're trying to change everything, that's when I take issue. So I'm letting you know, calm down, relax. Trump has a plan. He would not let a socialist, do you hear me? Why would he let
Mhm.
a socialist in Manhattan as the governor? And by the way, my last thought, because go back to you guys, to be a governor, they don't have that much power, by the way. I don't know why everybody's freaking out. What is he? He's a mayor, pardon me. Not a governor, a mayor.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Mayors don't have that much power. They really don't. If they're corrupt, they do. But he really, really don't have any power. And he's already said that he's not going to be given any federal running. So on that note, I think I laid all the tea there, Jenny. Kind of like all the hard stuff. Let's
You did.
continue.
you
So let me
you did great. And you know, and remember, everybody, Trump is New York. He owns so many properties in New York. He's not going to allow that to happen to his city. That's where he's from. So
yeah.
take a deep breath, let it play out, because it's going to play out. Trump is 100 steps ahead of us, and enjoy
But
the
here's the
show.
problem, though. Yeah, enjoy the show, but here's the problem. We're going to have people that's going to be trampled all over that's not part of this agenda that these Democrats have implemented. This mayor has the power to put up speakers in that particular area that he's the mayor of and turn that whole town into a Muslim town, just like Dearborn, Michigan. Okay. And then it'll be to the point that as an American citizen, you won't even be able to walk down the street in that particular area. We don't need these people coming here to America, taking our land from American citizens. We got to stop this here at the gate. We got to cut the head of the snake off right now. Okay. He don't need to be able to go there into City Hall, get in the midst of all of our business, and then put it out there and sell it back to his foreign country or whoever he's working for. We don't need that, because look at Dearborn, Michigan right now. Look at Texas right now, where you got a group of radical Muslims that brought up some land down there in Texas. Okay, all right, and they double dog daring American citizens to come up in there. You can't go up in there talking about Christianity in that circle. This is on American soil. I think that's where I'm most pissed off at. This is on American soil, because you ran from a war-torn country over here to be in the land of the free, but you want to indoctrinate us with your ideology while you over here living free. We can't go to their country talking about God over there in their foreign land. They would chop off our heads. We can't go over there talking about we're going to run for political office for mayor over there in their foreign countries. We can't do that over there. We can't go over there waving our American flag over there on their foreign land. So how are they able to do it right here? I know we the land of the free, the home of the brave, but we don't need to be around here acting like slaves for these people to indoctrinate us with their ideology and push it off on us. We have a noise ordinance around here. And guess what? Is it going to be implemented there in New York, where this guy is the mayor over? Huh? Just think about that. Who's going to be working in his circle? What? More radical Muslims that's supposed to represent America? How are they going to represent American? We was founded on Judeo-Christian values. So that's where my beef is at, y'all.
Thank you, Silk. Thank you, Santino. All right, Donald J. Trump parody account. Go ahead.
Thank you. I think, well, I think that's absolutely really true. I mean, you speak the truth. I'm sure you all probably know who this is. It's the Trump Quest, but, we had a little bit of a problem with the other account. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but Silk, I think it's great that you're here. It's really fantastic that you're here, and I love it. I love it, and we love you, so it's really great. But no, we have a massive problem in New York City. We have this communist. I used to say this all the time, that we would never be a socialist country. And we kind of skipped it, right? We skipped right over it to communism. It's stupid. But we got to figure out a way out of that. We're not going to give them money. If he's going to do something like that, we're not going to give him the money for it. So he's going to be dead broke, right? He's going to be dead broke. So hopefully. But I don't know. I love to hear what the people think. I think it's crazy. We had a shot. I'll be honest, we had a shot, but the Democrats wanted to play a little dirty with people's benefits on EBT. And I was actually talking to someone the other day. I said, "Sir, we should do something about the EBT thing, right?" And I said, "You know what? What if we launch the EBT gold card? That might be interesting." Um, I would freak out. No, so they said, "No, no, don't do that." We didn't do that, but no, I mean, it's a human shutdown. He could reopen it up in like 2 hours. It takes him 2 hours to do it, to get the votes. And I actually left him a message. I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. And I
Okay.
left him a message and I said, "Chuck, I know you're busy shutting down the government, but you got to do something about this. It's a massive problem." He wouldn't do it, obviously, because you know what? He doesn't care about the country. He really only cares about being crying Chuck. So no,
Chucky.
we actually are going to hopefully see it reopen fast. I think now that they're done with the whole trying to win the election thing, they might be a little easier. And maybe, I mean, in the next couple of days, you'll see it come back online. I don't know, but that's the hope. But they like to play political games. I don't like to play political games. Okay, I like to do what's best for the people of America. Put America first. And they don't like that. They say, no, no, they're putting America first. It was a clean, continuing resolution. It's very simple. They voted on it many times before that. Many, many times before that, they voted on it. They said, let's do it. It's all nice. And now they have a problem with it. So they like to play political games. That's the way they do it. That's the way they do it. But we're going to
Well,
make
I
sure
really
that.
stand. I really think that we should. I like the nuclear option to blow up the filibuster. I think it's our
Sure.
time to shine, so that all of the executive orders can be codified. We can get things done. We can get our country out of this state of stagnation in which it's been in for a very long time. So I really, really, truly love that option. I think now is the time for Americans to shine. And we do
Sure.
it by implementing the nuclear option to blow up the filibuster so we won't even need those nasty demonic Democrats.
It's true.
Amen.
I mean, that's pretty brilliant, right? You have to do it. The filibuster is such a scam, like everything else that they throw at us. It's a scam. They'll go up there, they'll try and beat the record, and it's a total scam. That's what they do it for. I mean, they do it just to say, "Oh, look at that! I was on there for uh, 3 days in a row." It's so crazy. But no, you can't do that. You can't have a filibuster. It's really destroying our country. It's destroying
Yep.
not only our country, but the people that depend on safety. That's a problem that is all over the country right now. You take a look at Chicago. Chicago is a mess. It's a total disaster. That's what it is. You get people getting shot all the time in the double digits. It's not good. In many cases, they're dying in the double digits as well. It's bad. But you got Portland, Oregon. You've got Chicago. Chicago, by the way, is run by total whack job. He's a total whack job. Mayor Johnson, he's not a great mayor at all. I mean, look at his approval rating. I don't remember what it is. It's like 2%, right? No, it's super low.
It's low.
Lowest approval rating ever, by far. Even a fly could have a better approval rating.
Yeah.
But, no, it's really crazy. I think what we have to do is we have to really get rid of the filibuster. We have to start doing the things that are right for the people. And that starts with getting rid of the filibuster and really going into phase 2 of making America great again.
Thank
That's right.
you, Donald J. Trump parody. Okay, Nick,
He was good. He was
that was
really good.
awesome, by the way.
I had to look down at my
Thank you.
phone. I had to see if President Trump had text me something to say, look, I'm coming on. He's really, especially when he said, "We love you." So that's how President Trump sounds. It's like, we love you.
Oh,
So,
yes, that's awesome.
but, I
So
really do. Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's great that you're on here. It's Trump Quest. I'm on the TikTok. I'm on. I used to be on X, but I don't know what happened. I think I was too good for them, so they said we got to suspend you, sir. But I'd love to see you on here. It's really great. I haven't seen too many of the popular people on here for a while to talk to them, but I'm glad I got to talk to you. Okay, Trump
Okay.
Quest on TikTok and also on Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, that would be great. I would appreciate it, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Nick, go ahead.
Just expanding. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Expanding on Silk's comments. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary, The True Christian History of America, but I highly recommend you watch that. It's very good, and I agree with the very ending of it. We've gone through two revolutions. One was against the British Empire. The second was the Civil War. And the third one is brewing, and it has to do with the judicial coup that's taking place in America right now as we speak. Our founders never designed a legal system like we have today. So I highly recommend you guys watch The True Christian History of America. The other point I wanted to bring up is to expand on Portland, Oregon, Chicago, and all these other areas. They all have the same grant in their location. And you can go to the MacArthur Foundation Safety and Justice Challenge Grant, where it was a data sharing agreement, where we sent all of our criminal information up to New York City, the City University of New York, called CUNY, and from there, decisions were made on prisoner release. Now, this grant exists in 57 cities across the nation, so this is a national issue. And really, if you can affect the cities without passing federal legislation, you've really succeeded at your outcome and your goal. And City University of New York was a big sponsor of the No King protest that just took place. Glenn Beck did a special on it where you can look it up, where they actually offer a global Antifa program there. And I am thoroughly convinced with all the prisoners that were released ever since this grant came about since 2015 and it's still continuing on, it was actually master students that were in charge of the prisoner releases that took place throughout the whole entire country. And you can watch a lot more on this on my X account if you want to learn more. I exposed this grant. They tried to keep it hidden from me in my local city of Rapid City. I did 2 FOIA requests. I had to hire a political gun, and once I got the grant, my life has gone to hell. 9 lawsuits, 3 from the DOJ have been debanked, deplatformed. You guys just really need to pay attention to this, be aware of it. Not only that, the MacArthur Foundation has had their sights on Nigeria. And if you type in Nigeria and Victoria Nuland or Stacey Abrams, the chaos over there, I believe, is a direct result from the MacArthur Foundation located in Chicago, and they're meddling over there. If you guys are familiar with poor Irena, the poor girl that got her throat slit right there on the train or the bus.
In Charlotte,
Okay, they have,
North Carolina.
yeah, they have a MacArthur Foundation Safety and Justice Challenge Grant. That guy was released 14 times. In my hometown of Rapid City, South Dakota, it took place with Rita McGovern. She was murdered by James Jumping Eagle. James Jumping Eagle was a 2-time sex offender. When the MacArthur Foundation showed up, he was in jail for possessing 450 hits of acid. He was released because the MacArthur Foundation wanted equal number of races in the jail. 50% white, 50% native, with a 35% jail reduction. Basically, they introduced critical race theory into our criminal justice system, along with a diversion program that was rich with DEI and, as far as I'm concerned, racism. James Jumping Eagle, it was a cold night. He tried to turn himself in up in the Dakotas. It gets a cold winter, February 10th. He turned himself in. He said, "I'm an unregistered sex offender. Please take me to jail." They said, "I'm sorry, we can't accept you," due to the race quotas and the money they were receiving from the MacArthur Foundation. The very next day, he raped and murdered Rita McGovern, who was an 82-year-old grandma. This murder took place 2 blocks away from my house.
Wow.
So I just wanted to share that. You guys should really be aware of it, because as far as I'm concerned, this Riot Inc. and these riots that are happening, the way they're able to stay out there is due to the MacArthur Foundation. I personally have no access to my criminal justice system in Rapid City, just like the same thing that took place with Jake Sorter out in Portland.
Wow.
You guys want me to keep going on?
Thank you.
It's not.
Well, real quickly, let me circle back to you, Nick. I do have another hand here, or another person that requested. Jay Katak, did you have a question for Silk? Oh, and then Santino, of course. Go ahead, Jay. Jay, you requested a mic. Your mic is unmuted. Go ahead. All right, go ahead, Santino.
You know, I just want to take this moment, like, so when we were talking about earlier, I want to circle back to what we were talking about Mondami in New York and all this stuff and how people were feeling yesterday and how they're all worried and concerned, like there's no tomorrow, we're falling, and there's just no hope, right? Well, I felt compelled, Jenny, and so to post in the nest above of President Trump doing the Trump dance, and this is what I want to show you. Why I'm showing you this is because he's seen here doing the famous Trump dance, and full, like not even like quasi. He's going right to it at the American Business Forum in Miami, 1 year celebrating the anniversary of the historic election victory. Does he look worried? Does he look concerned? Absolutely not. You know why? Because he actually has a plan. He knows what he's doing. So that should make you feel, guess what? He's got our back. So I really want to echo that, because when I watched that video a few minutes ago, Jenny, I started laughing because it's just, you watch him in his face. And by the way, Dr. Donald J, there you are, the parody. How the hell did you get here from over there so quickly? I'm just asking. Go ahead, please.
Well, I went in and I was just so fast. They said, "Sir, you're definitely not Biden." You know, because Biden, he'd fall on his ass anywhere. He just falls everywhere. But no, it was great. We got to celebrate. We got to celebrate very bigly, right? We got to celebrate rather bigly. So many people actually showed up, and these are the smart cookies of the room. You know,
How do you dance
business
like that?
leaders.
Like, how do you get into it? Like, you really put your heart and soul into those hips when you're doing that Trump dance. I just want to know your potion, your medicine, how you do it.
Well, you know, it's just talent. You know, they call it talent. Isn't that right, Silk? It's talent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't have a problem with shaking my booty either. Just take and put your hips into it, bring your shoulders up.
I was shaking
Bam.
my booty when my mom popped me out.
They want me to go to the club. They say, "Sir, Mr. President, you need to open your club." I said, "That's what the ballroom's for, right?" I think we have a lot of fun with the ballroom. Does everybody like the ballroom, though?
I absolutely love the ballroom. I certainly do. I think we need more of building, and people got to realize that you are a builder. Okay, you
It's
are
true.
a builder, and there's nothing wrong with building. But unfortunately, we have a group of people that don't want us to see good. They want us to see just straight up blam. But no, you are a builder. And then I looked at how you redid the bathroom. Oh Lord, one of the bathrooms
Isn't
there is
it
the one.
pretty?
It is amazing, but it looks like the one of the hotel you had there in DC. Whenever Diamond and I used to come and stay there at the hotel up there, the bathroom was immaculate. So beautiful. So I love that taste. I love your taste when it comes down to
Absolutely.
your
Well,
decor. So
you know,
yeah, keep it
you
going.
have to have a good taste. And Democrats, they like to break everything. Not only that, they're like a wrecking ball. I mean, they're a wrecking ball. They'll break everything. You take a look at these Democrat cities, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
Everything's falling apart. I mean, DC was falling apart until we came in and we saved it. I mean, we saved it so fast, too. Took like 2 weeks and everything's much safer. You can go out to lunch and don't have to worry about getting hit over the head with a baseball bat,
yeah,
mugged, robbed, shot. You don't have to worry about it. So it's much safer now. It is great.
yeah.
You think we
But
did
I
a
just
great
what I
job.
need to,
Pam did a great job.
yeah.
Really, everybody involved, they were so great. They were great at it.
Well, that's why I need you to go Rambo now. I need for President Trump to go straight up Rambo. That's right. All of the legality, everything that's legal that you can do it. This is an unprecedented time. The Democrats have did a lot of unprecedented stuff, and so I need for President Donald J. Trump to go straight Rambo on these mofo's. That's what I need.
Absolutely. So we'll do that and we'll get it done. I think it's important. I think it's important stuff. I think it's very important because you've got some very, very bad hombres. Okay. We'll talk about that in a little while. But you know what? I think we've been really going after some of the worst of the worst. Okay. These are the people that are cutting your head off just because you looked at him the wrong way. Remember this. I got
Mhm.
indicted more than Alphonse Capone. And if you looked at him the wrong way, he'd kill you. Okay? So, you know, I think it's really crazy. They use lawfare for too many years. They've been using lawfare. So we're going to definitely have to check in. And we're really just doing all the work. We're going in, we're looking at them, and we're saying, oh, you did something very bad, right, Letitia? Letitia James. Oh, she's very quiet now. She's very quiet now.
Big
So
Tish.
it's true. What about Fonny? Right? Fonny. Right? You can't say Fanny. You got to say Fonny. Right?
Funny. Yeah. Incredible.
They're in big trouble.
I just want to
They're
really
in big
quickly.
trouble.
I just want to quickly say this. I'm posting it right now, and I personally love Senator John Kennedy. And I was actually speaking about this 2 days ago. You know, these people in the Senate House. It's so conveniently that they're getting paid while everybody else is, you know, suffering in the United States. Well, he's going to be introducing 2 bills tomorrow to revoke paychecks from Congress while the government is shut down, and that's the way it's supposed to be done.
I love that.
It should have been done like that from the
Long
gate.
time ago. Yep.
Yeah. If you don't work, you don't eat, you don't get paid, none of that stuff. And these people are not working for the will of the American citizens. They're working for their own greed, not the need of us. And so, no, why are they getting paid? Why are our tax dollars being used to pay their salary when they're not working? If we go to a job and we don't work, we're not going to get paid. So the same should go for them as well.
And
Yep.
half of them don't even work, Diamond. Some of them they just go home, they roll themselves in there, and say yay or nay, and then roll themselves back in their car and they bring them home. They're not, and they're the term limits. We need term limits. So what do you think of that? Term limits.
Most definitely, we need term limits. I heard that Nancy Pelosi is supposed to be retiring. All right, she's supposed to be retiring, and she's been in government position for what, the Congress for what, 38 to 40 some years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
You got all of these old ass people up there. They can't half walk, and they got those same that same concept of what they've had way back in the day. That's why our country looked the way it looked. And when you look at the city, the state that she represents, when you look at San Francisco, do y'all know it's full of shit? Do y'all realize it's full of shit? And then
Literally.
when I look at Nancy Pelosi, I said, well, you know what, Nancy, she's full of shit too. And do y'all know shit attracts shit? So I'm like, this is ridiculous right here. Yeah, she needs to go ahead and she should have been retired. Most definitely, if they want to put term limits on President Donald J. Trump, on the presidency, they need to have term limits as well. That's the reason why they've been able to launder so much money, because they are the ones that created the laundering system. So that's how they know how the loopholes and how everything operates.
Yeah. And
It's very accurate.
sorry, go ahead, Donald.
No, it's very accurate. I mean, take a look at the way that these people run everything. They run everything. Nancy, crazy Nancy, by the way, she's a crazy person. She's been there for 50 years doing nothing good for San Francisco, nothing good for really anything or anybody. So take a look at her. I mean, she can't even like walk onto the House floor. It's really bad. But you know what? Honestly, take a look at what she's done and what her husband's done. The net worth is astounding. It's just astounding for that kind of a salary. You know, you get a salary, but it's not that big. It's not that big at all. And the fact that she's like, I don't even know how much is she worth right now? A lot.
Millions.
A lot richer. Millions and millions of dollars. So it's really incredible. But we can't let that happen. We can't let that happen. I think you would agree, Silk, right? You can't let that happen. These
Most
people are
definitely.
crazy.
We can't let it happen. But if the Republican Congress is in power, why can't the Republican Congress write the rules? Why can't we take and put in those term limits that's needed so these people can stop gaming the system? And then I'm looking at a lot of the people there in Congress and in the Senate. They, like you said, Santino, they rolling up in there in wheelchairs, can barely walk. Huh? Yeah. We don't need nobody rolling up there, turning that White House, the Congress House, the Senate House. We don't need them turning it into no old folks' home. No, because that's what it's starting to look like. I saw where McConnell fell and bust his behind the other week. All right. And then here come the officers. They came to help him up. I said, they're used to doing this. Well, nobody in shock about it.
So this is why we have a shortage on hip replacements in the United States of America. This is why.
That's true.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So you're right. They rolling around there, rolling all over the American citizen, rolling over on the Constitution, rolling over on the rule of law. They write the law, they break the law, they roll right on over us. And what? So I'm so grateful for President Donald J. Trump and all that he continues to do for the will of the people, for America. He wants us rich again. He wants us our prosperity to be up. He don't want all of this homelessness, all of this dirtiness, all of this corruption. He don't want that in our country. He want our country back on track. But we got to get rid of a lot of these people that have invaded and that have infiltrated our systems. Now, y'all know I got Diamond and So Chit Chat Live. Diamond and So Chit Chat Live coming up in about 5 minutes on LindellTV.com. So I want you all to go and join me tonight at LindellTV.com. Jenny, you have any final words for me, baby?
I just want to say rolling. I love you, Silk. And everybody, Silk is here with me every other Wednesday, as well as Santino. So you guys come back and have a good time with Silk. It's always a great time with Silk if you want to laugh and just get it out there. So God bless you all. Thank you, Silk. And thank you, Donald J. Trump parody. You were amazing.
Thank you.
You sounded great.
I love the Donald J. Trump parody. I really, truly love it. That was incredible.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Come back and see us. And then Santino, thank you.
I will.
God bless you all.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
God bless.
Thank you, everybody.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.